Hi guys, welcome to the second part of my Binding Blade LP Bad Units run, and I want to make a change to how I'm structuring these videos. I want shorter episodes, because I looked at my last episode, it was 16 minutes of just me doing chapter 1, and I don't like that for two main reasons. One, no one's going to watch just someone play chapter 1 for 16 minutes, and when I get to the longer chapters, it is just going to be, it's going to take so long just for me to actually do it. So I'm going to go for shorter episodes so I can be more engaging in those episodes. And two, you end up running out of things to say when you're doing these chapters. So I'm going to shorten this by, I've turned off animations, something I probably should have done in chapter 1. And I'm going to end up cutting out, say if I'm just moving my army forward and maybe taking out a few enemies, I'm going to cut that out because that's not interesting. Nobody wants to see that. So just by getting rid of all that, I can hopefully make the videos more entertaining. It will take longer to produce, but like I should try and keep a constant upload schedule, so don't worry about that. Anyway, as you see, we just get 2 new units. Wade, Lot, Deke, and Fanny. So I'm not using Fanny, but she comes with a javelin and a slim lance. Slim lance have extra hit, so that's probably going to Barth to help with his already low hit. And he's got a javelin, which you need to stock up on these ranged weapons in this game. They are insanely important and really useful, like hand axes and javelins. Like, as you see, I'm just going in, and this is something I do in most runs, but I end up spending like a chunk just buying javelins. I think I buy about 5 javelins here. I should buy about 5 javelins here. That's probably going to be you, because they will become in use. And Deke is just one of the best units in the entire game. Like, he's perfect almost, apart from in hard mode. He can't double all enemies, but we can't use Deke. And Wade and Ward. Ward is the worst of the two. He is more like a traditional fighter, well, especially in the GBA games. He has a low speed, so he gets doubled by everything. That's his main problem. It means he's getting hit a lot. It means like he's taking more damage, which essentially high speed is essentially double damage, and Lot is like the more balanced version of him. So I'm gonna use those two to hold off these guys, and just move these guys so they won't get into the action. I will use Marcus. I don't know if I already mentioned this, because out of the pre-promotes, I deem him as one of the worst, but I'm going to try and use him sparsely, because if XP is going to anyone, I want it to be like the bad unit, so they can at least be more trained, so they have some use. And I'm using Ellen. I know he's not necessarily that bad of a unit, but she's probably the worst of the healers. Extremely frail, low speed. Her only redeeming quality is our high res, which means she can make a good mage killer upon promotion, if she ever reaches that promotion. And I try to keep as many units as at least one class, except dancer, because like if you're a dancer, you're just guaranteed to be OP. So that's why I'm going to use Chad, but he's a bad unit anyway, which we will get next chapter. So, I mean, this is the whole thing. You just want to advance quickly in this chapter, just get to the boss, which might be the only thing people struggle on, because he's an armor knight, but you do get Wade comes with a hammer. You get an armor slayer in the village to the north, and you have Roy's rapier, so that's easily dealt with. So I'm just getting Marcus to run around because he has the highest movement, getting items. You can buy vulneries down here in this shop, which I probably will end up buying vulneries, but I'll do that off camera. Like, I'll beat the level and then do it. because I'm using a lot of vulneraries. Well, you do get a lot in the game anyway. I end up going through them like quite quickly, which I probably, because I'm only going to end up having one healer. Now, I just want to talk about why fighters are so bad in the GBA games, which is something that really frustrates me, because I do like just the axe-wielding units. I don't know why. I just find an attraction to all of them. Not a sexual one, but I just like them as characters. And they're all bad because, especially in FE6, oh, that's a alright level up. You got defense and skill. They have 65% hit, which is just horrible. Combined with their already bad hit rate, they're going to be killing nothing. Well, they're not going to hit much, and that's just a major problem for them. So, with their just low hit, and even worse weapons, they don't tend to be that good of units, and they also have a really low speed, which often cripples their usefulness as they're getting doubled by most enemies, and if you're getting doubled by base enemies, you know they're a bad unit, because that's essentially double damage. Now, I don't have many problems in this chapter. It's either if you just get unlucky, to be fair. I was lucky there. Normally, that never happens. Maybe it's just me being quick, trying to do this more quicker and taking more risks. Let's hopefully this hits. That's good, yes. We got a level up. Bad level up. You're getting 3 things, and it's in skill, which you don't need skill. I would prefer skill on Barth, and in I can't even remember HP, which, yeah, I guess HP is always good, but like, I want speed and attack, so you know you can actually deal damage, because you can't really do that, which is a problem because you're gonna want to be dealing much damage, because it's not normally you end up in one-on-one fights. The odds are always against you, but that's just how the games are designed. You don't want having you use 2 of your units to take out one of them. Bad level up, which I have shown having to use, and especially the unreliability of units like the fighters and Barth, having to, because they keep missing, you have to use another unit to attack them. It just really cripples your turn count and just advancement, which can make reinforcements a very big problem in this run. So I'm gonna cut off the camera here, because there's not much happening right now. Alright guys, I'm back, but now I've got a plan. I've already got a horrible turn count as it is, so once I beat the chapter, I'm going to just use the extra time to build supports. I know it's not that revolutionary of an idea, but this way it should be easier. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I know it looks like I've cleared out a bunch of enemies and done nearly the whole level, but trust me, nothing was exciting. I got 1 level up on Lottle Ward, and it was mediocre. It's like what you'd expect. So I'm just near the end of the chapter, and hopefully, yeah, we can get a good timing for this episode, and not have 16 minutes long on chapter 1. And speaking of chapter 1, you'd expect this chapter to be harder, as you know, it's after chapter 1, but like, I've never had problems on this chapter. I always find chapter 1 much more difficult, which is weird. So I'm gonna hopefully try and get lucky, and hope I land that attack when he attacks me with that hammer, because that will take him down, and I can beat Rude, because, oh yes, right, there's something I need to check. He said don't test your, he mentioned luck, and what is that? A luck stat of 0. Like, oh my gosh. Like, his only redeeming quality is his 10 defense and maybe strength, I don't know. Oh yeah, he has 10 strength. Right, okay then. Anyway. So, just take him out with the rapier. It's much more accurate. It's like the sword class is much better than every. That's a really quite a bad level up. Than any of weapon. They really need to balance the weapon triangle. And yeah, I'm over. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in episode 3.